What if I told you Blockbuster had the chance to buy Netflix for just $50 million? A company once worth over $6 billion, reduced to a single store. How did the biggest name in home entertainment lose everything? This is the story of how Blockbuster, the king of home video, collapsed almost overnight. It all started in 1985, when David Cook saw an opportunity in the video rental industry. Most rental stores had small selections, long waiting times, and late fees. Blockbuster changed that. With a massive catalog, computerized inventory tracking, and a customer-friendly model, it became the gold standard of home entertainment. By the mid-90s, Blockbuster had over 9,000 stores worldwide and was making billions in revenue. On a Friday night, there was only one place to be: inside a Blockbuster store, browsing the shelves. But in the early 2000s, the industry was changing, and Blockbuster didn't see it coming. In 2000, a small startup named Netflix approached Blockbuster with an offer. Netflix's founder, Reed Hastings, offered to sell his company for just $50 million. The idea? Blockbuster could integrate Netflix's DVD by mail service into its business model. But Blockbuster's CEO, John Antioco, laughed at the idea. Blockbuster was making billions from late fees. Why change a system that worked? What Antioco didn't realize was that technology was about to disrupt the entire industry. Broadband internet was improving, consumer behavior was shifting, and people wanted convenience. By 2004, Netflix was growing, while Blockbuster, still reliant on in-store rentals, was starting to struggle. In 2005, Blockbuster made a critical mistake. They eliminated late fees to compete with Netflix. This might have sounded good for customers, but it cost them over $200 million per year. Meanwhile, Netflix continued expanding. By 2007, they introduced streaming. For the first time, users could watch movies instantly from their home. Netflix's subscriber base exploded, while Blockbuster was left scrambling to keep up. They launched their own online rental service, and for a brief moment, it seemed like they might survive. But then, a new CEO, Jim Keyes, took over in 2007. He didn't believe in digital. He called Netflix a niche business and shut down Blockbuster's online rental division. Instead of embracing streaming, Blockbuster focused on its physical stores. That decision sealed its fate. By 2010, Netflix had 20 million subscribers. Blockbuster was drowning in over $1 billion in debt. Stores were closing, stock prices were collapsing, and in September 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy. But could Blockbuster have survived? Some experts believe that with the right strategy, they could have transitioned into the streaming era and competed with Netflix. They already had brand recognition, customer loyalty, and a massive distribution network, but their leadership failed to adapt. What's even more surprising is that Netflix was still struggling in the early 2000s. Their transition to streaming wasn't an instant success. If Blockbuster had acquired them in 2000 and used their resources to build a hybrid rental streaming model, they might have dominated the market. Instead, Netflix doubled down on digital, while Blockbuster doubled down on physical stores. In 2011, Dish Network acquired Blockbuster and attempted to revive the brand with a streaming service called Blockbuster On Demand. But by then, it was too late. The industry had moved on, and Netflix was already the dominant player. Today, only one Blockbuster store remains in Bend, Oregon, serving as a nostalgic reminder of what once was. Meanwhile, Netflix is worth over $250 billion and continues to shape the future of entertainment. So, what can we learn from Blockbuster's failure? No company is too big to fail. The business world is brutal. If you don't adapt, you get left behind. The lesson? Never underestimate disruption. The moment you stop innovating, you start dying. What do you think? Could Blockbuster have survived if they had made different decisions? Let us know in the comments. And if you love business case studies like this, subscribe for more deep dives every week.